Hi everyone, I'm Nicolay Zipagan. I'm the owner, CEO of Conejo Sabroso, and this is my co-owner, Drew Ochoa. And we're making this video para mag-share sa inyo ng tips on how to be successful and how to properly start your rabbit business, your rabbitry business. Kasi it's easy to start, and it's easier to start the wrong way.
Yes.
Than to start the right way. And napansin kasi namin na most na mga nakikita namin nag-quit or nag-fail sa business is they started it wrong.
Right.
And that's why we're here to hopefully guide you and give you tips on how to be successful in this business. Disclaimer though, we're not saying na what we're gonna be discussing, what we're gonna be sharing is the total truth. Like, if hindi ito yung ginawa nyo,
mali na kayo.
Mali na.
No.
Or ito lang yung, ano ba yan?
Put mo
Kulit nung PS6. Ito PS16 pala to, yung mga nasa baba. It's a cross between Hyra Optima and PS100. Anyways, going back, we're not saying na kung anong sasabihin namin is yun lang ang tama.
Yes.
What we're sharing is kung anong nag-work sa amin, kung anong strategy ang nag-work, naging effective sa amin, and hopefully maging effective din sa inyo sa mga gusto mag-start.
Right.
Okay? So we had it bulleted, and we're gonna be discussing it one by one. So, alright, the first topic that we're gonna be sharing, or we're gonna be discussing is knowing your goal. Kasi for us, it's very important na you have to know kung anong gusto mong tahakin, or else along the way, marirealize mo na lang na walang patutunguhan yung business. And
you would be able to stick with kasi if you already have a goal, the steps would follow Kasi you may be distracted with this idea, ganito ganyan, kasi you can be influenced by other people as well.
Other breeders din, na pwede kang ma-influensya. Which is not necessarily masamang influensya, pero pwede ka kasing mawala sa focus
Sa goal mo
yeah, anyways, we have 3 different kinds of market kasi dito sa rabbit. There's a market for the fancy types, na ang nag-ahari si Philip, Philip Tan. And also, there's meat production and there's the breeders market for meat production din naman. We're not going to be discussing about fancy rabbits kasi we don't have any experience with that. We only have experience with meat production and breeders market. So first that I want to address is the meat production. It means what I meant by that is ikaw yung, as a breeder, as a farmer, ikaw yung magpo-produce ng rabbit na kakatayin na.
Yes.
Diba? And we noticed na maraming nagra-rabbit ngayon na yan ang pinasok.
Yes.
However, marami rin sa kanila sila ang nag-quit. Doon sa parte na yun ng market ang maraming tumihinto Kasi, let's face the reality. There has been false promises that was given to those farmers before na okay,
may
market yan, pagka-produce nyo, magpaanak lang kayo, kukunin namin yung and eventually hindi natutuloy, or sa umpisa bibilhin yung produce and then nawawala rin.
Or minsan nagbaba nila yung presyo.
Actually, karamihan ng mga nagbabagsak sa amin ng karne, ng rabbit na pangkatay is from those na napangakuan and hindi naman ako sa atin pinabagsak.
Yeah.
Diba? So, anyways, before mo for those sa inyo na gustong pasukin yung meat production, we would highly suggest na get hold of a market first before going into it.
That's what we did.
That's what we did.
Diba?
That's what we did. The very first thing that we did is we made sure muna wala kaming biniling rabbit. Wala, zero ang rabbit natin, wala. Namili lang tayo ng mga kakatayan. Tayo nang nagkatay, binagsak natin doon sa market na yun. So, ayun, that's the main thing that I would suggest before entering the meat market, the meat production market. Kasi magpaparami ka ng rabbit, And eventually kapag sobrang dami na, nasasaktan ka na sa feeds,
Yes.
hindi walang mapagbenta ka ng rabbit, yun na doon na nawawala ng loob si farmer, doon na siya mag-keep with. So, that's it. So, get hold of a market first. That's for the meat production. Now, for the breeders market, and I think this is the one na currently mas profitable.
Yes, definitely.
Especially
if you have the quality.
Yes.
That's the very important kasi with breeders market, quality.
If you wanna enter the breeders market, we would highly suggest na mag-self-check tayo ng integrity natin. Parang, kasi most nasisira or bumabagsak na kaibigan na kilala natin na nasa breeders market is sa integrity na dadali.
Yes.
Kasi it's very tempting. Let's say for example, nakapag-produce ka ng F2 or F3 Californians, nagmukhang
sobrang ganda talaga.
Nagmukhang pure. May mga matatempt kasi na and our community is still so little
Yes, so small.
So small Our community is so small na kapag may ginawa kang kalokohan, magbilis kumalat.
Everyone knows everyone kasi.
Everybody knows everybody. So, pag may ginawa kang kalokohan, madaling marinig, madaling kumalat, and start na yun pagsira ng pangalan mo. And we are, all of us breeders, kami, lahat ng mga gustong mag-start, ng mga nag-i-start na, mga kasabay namin, all of us are investing in our names.
Yes.
We're selling our names, we're selling our integrity, we're selling our honesty sa mga tao. Alright?
Okay.
So, those are the different markets. So, I would suggest know where to focus on. Okay, so we're going to the next bullet. So, the next thing that we're going to be discussing is we would suggest everybody who plans to start this business na decide on what breed to focus on, na ma-develop nyo yung breed na yun and be good on that specific breed. Or breeds, maybe 2, 3 at most.
Yeah.
Kasi is mga nagiging nakikita namin na problema sa ibang breeders is, say for example, si breeder, gusto ko nito, gusto ko ng calves, gusto ko ng NZ. Wait, parang gusto ko rin ng ng hybrids, ng high cool, gusto ko rin ng high farm, gusto ko rin ng ganito. And then eventually, ang gagawin nila is, of course, they're gonna breed it, hindi lang naman nila alagaan yun. And sadly, ang ginagawa nila is nagko-cross-cross na kung ano. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to do,
Right.
And I'm not saying it's a bad thing to do. It's okay, diba? As a breeder, you can do it. You can do that. Bidili mo yun, pero ikaw ang bahala doon. Pero, ang napapansin namin is, medyo nahihirapan maibenta itong mga crosses na ganito na wala pa talagang definite branding.
Right.
Or a specific name or proper name for the kids. Kasi say for example, si breeder is nag-cross ng NZ or minsan pa nga F-series na NZ. Iko-cross nila sa mga ibang parental stocks na ganito, na hybrid. And then wala nang maitawag sa anak nun. And if wala kang maitawag sa anak nun, medyo mahirap siyang ibenta kasi it's much easier to sell something that has a name on it.
Yes.
Na ito, yung pangalan ng rabbit na to, and it's known to be this rabbit, it's easier to market it that way.
And also yung mga crosses na ganyan, so let's say yung F1NZ and then another parental stock, you should know the results afterwards kasi that's how you would market also yung mga kids na yon, di ba? Like, especially if you're gonna go with the breeders market, you have to make sure that the stock that you would produce would be maganda.
Yeah. Okay. So I would suggest focus on maybe 1, 2 breeds at max. Well, that's what we do. We focus on calves and Transylvanian Giants. And actually, nagpa-phase out na kami currently ng ng ibang lines namin. Kasi we had that, ganun din tayo dati, pero hindi ganun karami. We had hybrids na high farm. Pero we decided currently to just focus on cows and Transylvanians. So there, towards our next topic, which is
start investing with a proper shelter.
Yeah, yan. It's very important. It's vital for a farmer to invest on a proper shelter. Diba?
Definitely.
When I say shelter, it's not just the cages. I don't mean about this. I mean about the entire structure kung saan ilalagay yung cages. It doesn't have to be anything fancy naman. It doesn't have to be anything like this. As long as it gives you the most basic stuff na kailangan mo for your rabbits to survive.
Right.
First is protection sa heat. Okay? Kasi most breeders, especially dito sa Pilipinas, which is a tropical country, yan ang kadalasang cause of mortality, heat stroke, mga ganyan. Especially summer is coming in, and we're already experiencing it. Actually, si Earl ba to? Parang na-heat stroke yung kala niya na daw. I'm not sure if it's Earl, pero sa Facebook. Earl ba yun? Sorry.
Sobrang familiar na kasi ng pangalan ni Earl Tolentino kasi nga lagi namin siyang nakikita and
anyways, ayan.
Proper ventilation.
Roofing, pilitin natin yung pinakamataas na kaya natin. And if you're gonna do an outdoor setup, I would suggest na do it in an area where there's a lot of trees.
Yes, shade. Kasi para hindi ganun kainit yung ilalim ng bubong mo for your rambutan. Alam mo yung Taal, Batangas. Diba?
Yeah.
Diba? They have very high amount.
So, yeah, that's the housing. And of course, cages. Invest on proper cages. Before we used 1x1 na wire. Well, we were still starting and then we realized it na lang nung nahulugan na tayo ng mga kids. So, ayan, we learn naman.
We learned our lesson obviously.
sa process. Ayan. And you mentioned ventilation. It's very important then to have a proper ventilation. Especially sa amin, since 3 of our rabbitries are all rooms. Then that's it for housing. Make sure it's weatherproof. Especially ulan. Yung PS100 ni Doc Nielsen namatay.
Kasi naulanan. Anyway.
Ayun, so make sure it's weatherproof and it's stress-free, pero stress like from sounds, from outside noises. It can be easily managed naman with the radio.
Yeah, with the radio. Kasi we're trying to tell you this kasi nga you wanna save your time, your money, and your effort by investing properly on those things.
Yes. Okay. So towards the next topic.
Feeds.
Oh, feeds.
Yes.
Yeah. Feeds.
So there's
there's
a lot of things kasi that we experience then.
Wait, before you proceed. I don't wanna endorse or mention any brand of feeds, okay? Pero it's a usual question by beginners na what's the best feed for me? Ano bang maganda talagang feed? Yan ang laging tanong eh. And practically, I think the best answer for that is whatever's available na makukuha mo constantly. Whatever brand na may constant supply in our area. Kasi, say, this brand of feeds is talagang napakaganda. However, hindi constant ang supply sa area mo. Di ba? Make sure that ang pipiliin mong feeds is something that will be constantly purchased sa area mo.
Right. And what would work for you in terms of costing?
Yes. Same thing. If you're it goes hand in hand whichever market have you chosen to be in. Say for example, you're in the meat production. Make sure na feeds na mapili mo is mura but at the same time gives you a proper rate on your expected time. Kasi diyang malugi if you're not getting the FCR you need sa pagdating ng time ng harvest. Diba? So there, and for breeders market, it's best na you invest on feeds
Talaga.
na sure kang hindi mateteg yung rabbit mo. Yeah.
True.
So, yeah.
I mean, different brands has their pros and cons and all that. I can see nga some newbies would put up a poll sa mga pages they wanna know sa mga experienced na rabbiteras, what would be the best feed for you? But I would also suggest you research on alam mo yun, aside from doing polls, di ba? Check also kung ano yung mga ingredients, ganyan-ganyan, research on what really, what your rabbit needs, mga ganon. Kasi if you're into fancy, blah blah blah, that's a different eme. Ganon.
Yeah, pero with the current feeds that we're using, we're so happy.
Definitely.
Sobra.
Definitely.
Sobrang swak siya sa amin. We're getting the weight that we want without hurting our budget. So,
Yes.
yeah, that much. Okay. Next topic is, what's that?
I have your other stocks ready.
Yeah. Yeah. Make sure that you have stocks of medicines. Here we do have, meron kaming medicine cabinet dito for the rabbits. Dito. Say, for example, this, ito is B-complex. Make sure that you just have these available. So, anytime that you might need it, it's readily available.
Right.
Yeah. For example, okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a list na necessity na meron kayong stock. First is Flora. That's for diarrhea, for especially kung nakita mong early stages, di ba?
Yes.
Di ba? Para maiwasan na kagad yung mortality. Vitamins, before we used to give them what's that, yung yellow? Vetracin, and then we switched to Elisivit.
Yes.
Pero it's the same. I mean, I know it's not the same, pero kung ano naman, Elisivit, Vetracin, whatever, it's fine, your
Should we
choice.
tell them kung bakit tayo nag-Elisivit?
Dahil dun sa mga tira-tira sa ilalim.
Yeah.
Kasi we're using
Clay
paso
pots.
we're using clay pots instead of yung centralized water system. Kasi we can make sure that these are properly cleaned every day.
Right.
Diba? Yung clay pots. And also, it's a way for us na ma-prevent yung contamination between rabbits.
Yes.
And also, kapag mag-administer kami ng gamot to a specific rabbit na ihahalo yung gamot sa tubig, hindi na siya dadaan sa water system na. Kasi hindi naman lahat kaya, say for example, magbibigay ka ng antibiotic. Kapag naglagay ka sa water system, lahat may antibiotic.
And let's say, kasi magkakaroon ng choice yung rabbit mo sabihin mo ibukod mo sa paso yung may antibiotic, yung isa lang. Hindi niya iinumin yan because it's getting used to drinking sa nipple drinker, diba? So,
yeah, Flora, vitamins, and dewormers, ivermectin, doramectin, kung anong trip nyo. So make sure that you have those na naka-stock, naka-ready, and so, there. Probiotics, yes. Concoctions like FPJ, and FPJ, sobrang masaya ako sa FPJ, yung fermented plant juice. What else?
Labs. Or whatever is available in their area. But mostly, what we personally use is FPJ and labs, lactic acid bacteria serum. So, they're helping us with proper absorption of nutrients.
Alright, so, kompleto na lahat. Say, alam mo na yung goal mo, alam mo na yung market na gusto mong pasukin, alam mo na yung breed na gusto mong mag-focus, may shelter ka na, may cage ka na, may setup ka na, may feeds ka na, and meron ka ng mga nakastock na mga gamot. Last thing that we want to share is don't stop learning ng mga, especially in breeding, and connect with the right people.
Yep.
And huwag matakot mag-upgrade ng breeder stocks.
Yes.
Whenever you have the chance to upgrade. Kasi mahirap mapag-iwanan, and sa industry natin lately, ang bilis mapag-iwanan if hindi ka mag-upgrade.
True.
So, there and connect with the right people. I think that's it. It's a very important thing not just in this business, but in any other businesses. Connecting with the right people is very important. Make sure you connect with people na, who shares the same goal as you.
Yes, who has integrity.
Kasi if you connect with people na, alam mo yun, na may ginawang kalokohan, hindi maiwasan. Madami ka Oo, madami ka. Di ba, kaibigan mo yan? Di ba, kasama mo yan? So there, we are so thankful na we were able to connect with these wonderful people in this journey that we have. And first is si Hazel.
Yes. Definitely, siya yung isa sa pinakalaging natin.
First is si Hazel, yung first namin naging kaibigan, and then actually she introduced us to other breeders as well.
Yes, to other people.
So
a lot of people.
Yeah, and Doc Sari is someone that I look up to talaga, and Boss Pat then, di ba? So it's very important that you choose the right people that you get close with. Kasi maa-adapt mo yan, especially if you're just starting. Kung sinong kasama mo, yun yung maa-adapt mong practices.
Yeah.
So, there. And I think that's it. We're gonna upload more videos soon. We're gonna make this a series.
Right.
We're gonna talk about multiple stuff. Any other stuff. We're gonna go into breeding. We're gonna be focusing on some breeds. There. We're gonna
pros and cons, blah blah.
Pros and cons of each specific breed.
Yes.
So we're gonna be doing that, and this is just the start of the series of videos. All right. So again, I'm Nikolai, and this is Drew. We're Conejo Sabroso.